Welcome out to the Money Board. All right, we're going to jump into the third thing I want to talk about today, and that's overconfidence bias, a psychological factor that can hurt you when it comes to your money and your retirement. So, what is it? By definition, is a cognitive error that leads individuals to overestimate their abilities and knowledge, leading to a poor decision. Psychologist Dr. Pauline Rose Clance said around 25 to 30% of high achievers may suffer from overconfidence bias, and around 70% of adults may experience this at least once in their lifetime, according to the research. So I want to hone in on one area where it will impact you in a big way, and that is healthcare. Not health insurance, but what if you get sick and you need long-term care? Well, I've heard it all. People say, well, that's not going to happen to me. They're healthy when, the time to do it is when you're healthy, right? So you have less options. Time is the enemy of choice. The less time you have to make that decision, the less choice. So make these planning when you're healthy. So most people look at this and they go, oh, it's not going to happen to me. I'm healthy now. They're overconfident in their ability that they will age and things will happen and they may need care. Now remember, long-term care is not health care. Long-term care is you need help. You need skilled care, of which insurance typically doesn't cover. If they do, it's only for a short period of time. So let's break down some costs. According to a Genworth Cost Care survey from 2023, home health aides cost about $75,000 a year. Again, this is widely varied upon what part of the country you're in. In a semi-private nursing facility at $104,000 a year, private facility at $116,800. So we could talk about a number of ways overconfidence bias could hurt you, but I want to hone in on this one because a lot of people say, geez, how do we do this? You could, spend all this money on a nursing home and it can eat up your wealth and your savings. So what are our options? How do we avoid it? Number one is you could buy insurance. And when you think about long-term care insurance, number one is it's very expensive and you may never need it, right? So I think a lot of people tend to avoid it, and they think, oh, geez, how do I fit it into my budget? Well, it can be expensive, so we'll talk about it. So 4 options really when it comes to breaking down and taking a look at your situation. Number one is you purchase traditional long-term care insurance. We talk about that. The other is a hybrid option where it's kind of a combination of asset-based long-term care and long-term care insurance. There's life insurance, and then there's do nothing. And you could afford to do that, that's great. We have clients, whether you need care or you don't need care, whether you have insurance or you don't, there's nothing wrong. But if you do nothing, you need to have a plan on how to cover it. So, talk about a bucket strategy here. We talk about building purpose in your plan, a 3-bucket strategy. Then you will win. You will get your money out of no matter what. $100,000 investment, and by the way, this is insurance if you're wondering. There's a death benefit, so it's kind of like it's life insurance. $100,000 in gives you $200,000 to $300,000 depending on your situation. If you never need it, tax-free. But if you need long-term care, it can give you $3,000 to $4,000 a month, or roughly 3 to 4 times what you put in that first bucket. Very powerful, can work for you, but you need to have a plan whether you buy insurance or you're not. Totally your call. We can help you design a plan to help protect your assets when it comes to that in 5 key areas: income, investment, taxes, health care, and estate. Get a plan today. Easy to do. Call me. It's called the Retirement Tune-Up Financial Review. Can help you go to the next level. Call me 800-878-6223.